Life can change in an instant. For many wheelchair users, the struggle to push forward is a daily challenge.
After years of development and countless prototypes, we created Rib Grips, the revolutionary wheelchair hand rim covers with built-in ribs for ultimate grip and comfort.
No more slick surfaces, no more heat burns, just pure, reliable grip. Rib Grips, empowering you to push forward with ease. Rib Grips, get a grip on your freedom. Discover the difference. Visit ribgrips.com and use promo code GRIP today. You just found the perfect product that helps with staying cool during hot summer runs. No more gross warm water. Stay cool with this product from Gear Handle. This hydration tube cover helps keep your water cool and easily accessible. Stay hydrated during those long summer runs or even delay from freezing in the winter. Plus, they're compatible with various brands of water bladders and come in various colors. Visit gearhandle.com and use promo code H2O today.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Andrew G, and welcome to episode 57 of my podcast, The Public Affair. I'm really happy to announce that we're at 57 episodes of the show, and it's all thanks to you guys and your love and support that really keep me going. I really appreciate it. So to the town and everybody else that watches this podcast, thank you guys so much. And of course, the Rogue Media Network with my boy Mike Hamilton, who for 57 episodes has made sure we've gotten nothing but flawless production and editing and everything. He's the greatest. Thank you. We just need a makeup team. We were talking about that beforehand, Mike. Okay, next. All right, so before we get started with this really special episode, I definitely want to give a shout out to some of our sponsors of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to you by Arjon Painting with my boy Juan Arjon, who has been a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair, and I'm really grateful to him. Thank you so much. He's a family-owned local paint company that specializes in residential homes, both interior and exterior. He offers the best quality guaranteed. So of course, if you need your home painting, you're going to call Juan Arjon with Arjon Painting. Thank you so much. And he's been a painter for over 30 years, been in the family business. I love that man, and he's a party animal. So great, personal note. Thank you so much, Juan Arjon. Of course, the Frank Biza with B&J Refinishing. He focuses on resurfacing bathtubs, counters, sinks, tiles, and more to original showroom quality. Offers 5-year warranty on most work and has the best prices in town. And we all know that Frank doesn't stop there, because every time you turn around, he's got something different going on. He also has Code Town Tint, which is a mobile tint and detailing business. He offers the best high quality film and products and will be all competitor prices. I just love calling Frank for the convenience of picking up my car when I'm at work and bringing it back to detail it, and it looks so scrumptious afterwards. And when I say that Frank is a true hustler, no matter who thinks that's funny, shade, I really mean it. So Frank, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. To Jeffrey Monreal with Pollo Box and Audio. He focuses on installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and much more. He just put some LED lights in my car. I didn't know what the difference was before, but then afterwards I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. He's definitely just built me a brand new car from the ground up, and I love it. So thank you so much to Jeffrey Monreal with Pollo Box and Audio for sponsoring this episode. Of course, to David Santabanez, the #1 sales agent at Alinea Real Estate. I said #1 and I mean it. He'll help you buy a home or sell your home. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea, or call the number on the screen for all your real estate needs. Pretty soon I'll be in my dream chateau because of David Santabanez, and I just want to thank him so much for all his patience and hard work. He is the greatest. Of course, to Elite Barbershop with my boy Sid Rodriguez, who for 57 episodes of The Public Affair, him and his team have made sure I look like an entire snack like I do right now. Thank you so much. They're located on Hewitt Drive. You can download the Cut app or call the number on the screen to book. Marcus Guerrero, who actually cut my hair for this episode, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, and D-Rod, David Rodriguez, are over there making you look all cute too. So shout out to you guys. Of course, to P&I Designs with Yvette and Polo Villagomez. They specialize in personalized items such as shirts, tumblers, decals, stickers, and more. They offer shipping in the U.S. y se hablan español. Make sure you follow them on Facebook and Instagram at pnidesign.waco for more info and place your order. She just made me some business cards. I'm so happy I got that. So when I go out to eat, I can put my little business card with the QR code, and you could just scan it and subscribe to The Public Affair. Thank you so much, Yvette and Polo Villagomez. And of course, the Four Brothers Constructions with Joe Olvera, who provides custom home designs and renovations. And he also focuses on roofing, remodeling, renovations, plumbing, tree removal, electrical work, and so much more. Joe Olvera is building the dream team, and they're all hot guys, and I love them so much. Joe, thank you for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair and for being a longtime supporter. More to come later. All right, guys, so I'm really happy about this episode. These guys were referred to me by several people in the town, and I don't know why we didn't do this sooner. So I really want to welcome Rudy, Cantu, and Robert Stanford to The Public Affair for episode 57. They are the owners of Rock Ready Printing and Designs. How are you guys? Good. Don't act all shy. Okay, stop it. I know you're not shy. You got a little mouthpiece on you, okay? I follow you on social media, so I need that here. Right? How are you guys doing today? It's Sunday. It's hot as hell outside, and thank you for being here.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. Now Robert asked me to bring him vodka, and I bought this bottle of vodka from episode 55 that Cece provided, and I bought this just for you to drink, and then all of a sudden he doesn't want to drink no more. I have a big problem with that. Okay, that means you were partying last night, and you knew that you were going to be on the public affair today. All right. Yeah, you guys doing all right today?
Doing good.
Good. Well, again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out, and of course they bought me gifts because now I'm just getting showered with gifts. Since I'm on episode 57, I have to say, obviously you guys print shirts and logos. If you guys can't see, they printed this out here. I really appreciate you guys, and I need another one. I've been meaning to ask you guys. I've just been busy. Okay, so I have to say, I think this one's my favorite. I think I'm gonna wear it on every episode until episode 60 because it's a big fuck you, right? You know what I mean? And that can mean different things no matter how you put it, right? Now, I'm not saying Rudy said he wanted to do that. I'm just saying he's the one who personally handed me this shirt. Robert also handed me these really awesome shirts. I like this really 80s styles design. I noticed that you guys also did this shirt for NPR Fashion. Shout out to my boy Wayne. Yeah. Do you guys have like an 80s thing going on right now? Or what's going on? Because it seems like that's what a lot of these are inspired by. Or is that just coincidental?
Well, I think, was it one customer wanted to do the 80s theme, and we posted it. And it took off. We got customers left and right.
Yeah.
Can you design this for us? And
because I'm definitely getting Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, like Miami Vice or whatever it's called. I'm definitely getting vibes from this shirt and this shirt and this shirt. So I have to say, but it's a really great idea. Okay. Yeah. I'm expecting a special public affair shirt like that anyway. But anyway, thank you so much. Well, thank you guys again for being here. Why don't we introduce you guys to anybody who may not know? Why don't we start with Rudy? Rudy, why don't you tell us a little bit about you?
All right, I'm Rudy Cantu.
Hey.
Throw me off there. Born and raised here in Waco, Texas, South Side,
hey.
University Trojan.
Yeah, you already know. You have to shout out your side of the compass. Yes.
Yes. 41 years old. I've been in the printing business. I started calculating all this today. 25 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, 25 years.
Since I was a kid.
Oh, man, now.
Yeah.
17 years in the T-shirt printing business and 5 years in the car wrap business.
Oh, I thought you were a rapper. I was.
No.
He said rap, right? I thought he was going to start spitting bars and shit. Is that what he tries to do?
A little bit.
Yeah. What about you, Robert? What do we got going on with you?
I'm Robert Stanford. I'm born and raised here in Waco, Texas. Graduated from Robinson.
Okay.
I just kind of jumped into this business with Rudy about 6 years ago.
6 years.
Yeah.
My background's in customer service, business kind of deal. Talked to Rudy several years before we opened Rock Ready, but I was like, man, we got to do something for the town. We got to let's do something that could be big.
Right.
Rudy had other ventures that were out there that were successful and they were doing well, and I was like, man, we could take it to the next level.
Yeah, for sure, and not have to work for somebody, right?
Right.
I can't wait. I'm so tired. I was telling actually my colleague Chrissy the other day at Power 108. I was like, I can't stand working for people anymore. I just need to not do that. You know what I mean? I can't wait till I can work for myself or somebody hot that can Anyway. Whose idea was Rock Ready? Was it yours? Did you start that?
Well, I've been like I said, I started my own business. I worked from home for almost 10 years.
Damn, the life.
Yeah, but it's also, you get lazy and,
do you really?
Yeah. So I've had probably about 3 failed businesses.
Oh, okay.
Business partners and whatnot. And
wait, failed businesses or business partners?
Both.
Really? Okay.
Both.
Are they the reason why it failed?
Yes.
Okay. Let's be honest. Yeah, who gives a fuck, right?
I'm blind.
There you go. Okay.
I won't mention their names. I'm gonna give
you don't have to. Yeah, please don't get me beat up. Please. I'm so tired of everybody messaging me saying that they want to kick my ass. Okay. I'm tired of this. You know, it's just real quick before you continue. It's so funny that you say that because before I started the public affair, when everybody was telling me I should do YouTube and podcast, I was like, well, maybe I can find somebody and then just hop on their podcast. And I'm so happy I didn't do that route. You know what I mean? I'm just so happy I started this by myself. But anyway, go ahead. As you were saying.
So the last I took like a month or 2 off, and I remember Robert coming by the shop, and he wanted to always hook up, join, and not hook up. Like
I was gonna say he wants to hook up. Robert, what's up? So that never stopped me. Shout out to the wife. I'm just saying it's never stopped me.
But, he always wanted to do a business.
I imagine that it was hot. Okay, go ahead.
He always wanted to do a business, so I was, and I did think about it long and hard, and I was like, you know what? There we go. You sound like us at the shop.
I think you're just low key throwing subliminals, okay, Rudy. And if you wanted to hook up, we live across the street from each other. You know where I live, okay? Which is coincidence, by the way. But go ahead.
But I said, let me see what's up with Robert, and then we started just down the road here on Austin Avenue in a little small.
Oh, really?
Small shop.
Okay.
And within 6 months, we outgrew it. It was just me and him. I was there full time. He worked at L3. So he would get off at 2,
3:30, 4 o'clock.
Damn.
He would come in for the rest of the day.
Oh wow, really?
About 8.
It's a sacrifice, isn't it?
Oh, big time.
Because I have a full-time job and this podcast and Power 108, and I am tired as shit. I'm not gonna lie. I actually I'm trying to simplify things right now, so fingers crossed. But anyway, well, I think that's pretty cool. Can we get to know you a little bit, both of you behind the scenes, real quick about your life growing up? So, Rudy, from what I understand, you grew up fatherless. Is that correct?
Not that I grew up fatherless. My dad was killed when I was 17.
Oh no. Okay.
So you're good. You're good.
My bad. Okay, I totally. That's why you can't be doing your homework with other people because then they'd be miswording shit. Your dad was killed. Okay.
Yeah. And even growing up with my dad. My dad was a partier, so I grew up right down the road here on South 7th Street, 622 South 7th, right there in front of Magnolia.
By the tacos, yeah.
We still own that property to this day.
Oh, okay.
So that was as soon as my dad passed, I'm the oldest of 4 siblings. So I had to become the father figure.
Oh wow, really? So, at 17?
At 17.
Yeah. I'm really good friends with your brother, Robert Cantu. Shout out to him, who actually invited on the show a long time ago, but then he moved to bigger and better things. Okay. No, wow. So murdered at 17. How did that affect your family?
He wasn't murdered.
He was killed. Okay.
Yes. I won't get into that.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. No, you don't have to. Okay. How did that affect you? I guess 17 is relatively young, and then you have other siblings going on. And I think your brother is my age. I'm 30. So, how does that affect you at 17 years old? Like, you can't go party and stuff. You have to go take care of people.
Well, at the time, I went into, I guess, dad mode.
Okay.
I got this family. Got to help my mom out. So that's where I started. And one of my goals was, my dad wanted everybody to graduate.
Yeah.
Didn't care what you did afterwards.
Yeah.
But you all got to graduate. And so that's one of my things. And let me put it out there. I wasn't the best brother or father figure.
I heard you were a rough tumbler growing up. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not going to say with Rudy, I had to do my homework because the only thing I see on Rudy is just mouth. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, who knows Rudy? And let's see, we got 300 mutual friends. Somebody fucking knows Rudy. You know what I mean? And so I did my, and a lot of people that grew up with you said that, that you're a little bit on the rough side and whatever, which, I guess is standard in this side of town.
Yeah,
So,
people that don't know me and people who do, I've been to jail. I've been in lots of trouble. I've started at the age of 15. I've gotten in trouble for, I'll just put it out there. I was attempted robbery.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What were you trying to steal? It's a thing in the past. We can talk about it now, right? Somebody stole my Nintendo after we had sex. You know how sad I was? Because we had really good sex and then they stole my Nintendo. I was like, excuse me, can I have that back, please? That was a gift, bitch. He's in jail now, not because of me, but I think he's in jail. Yeah, okay.
My family's going to be like, what?
Yeah, I know.
A gun and some weed, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's very south side of you. Yes. Yeah, I have to say.
It was all south side. Yeah.
Okay, got you. So how does one, I guess, arise from that? You know what I mean? Like, so at what point did you say, I got to stop this shit and get myself together?
After that, I partied, and that's where a lot of people know me. I partied.
I heard you were quite the partier.
Yes. Okay. 5, 6, 7 days a week, drinking every day. What stopped it was the birth of my son.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what stopped
it. It just completely changed you.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people depend on their upcoming kids, I guess, to mature them. Do you think that that's a cop-out for, their misbehavior, or do you think that really happens? Because your son's not born and then just says, Dad. You know what I mean? So what is the experience like?
When I first held him, I just, and this is sad, I'll tell you all.
Yeah, tell us. Listen, we're on the public affair. You guys don't hold nothing back, okay? Here we go.
The day he was born, I was at a bar. Drunk.
Oh.
I get a call at 2 something. Hey, I'm in labor. Okay, I'll be there. Pick it. Well, I'm already in here. I'm like, oh man, get into there. Yeah, I was.
So
drunk.
You were drunk. Okay.
Yes, I was drinking.
I bet that's like so lit, right? Like you're super drunk, and then next thing you know, you're like the father of some kid. And you're like, oh shit. Did you go party more after that?
No, that was my last day.
That was your last day of partying?
Yeah.
Do you miss those days? Honestly, like.
Every now and then I miss the socializing and stuff like that. But I was one of them type of people too. As I got older, I would sit at the bar by myself. And if you come up to me and talk to me, I'll talk to you.
Can I tell you both that I don't miss this fucking news? Like, I used to go out and get shit faced all the time. You know what I mean? Just like you, like every weekend, party, sex, safe, just all kinds of disgusting shit. Yeah, it was fun at the time, but now I feel like such a prude and lame ass at 30 years old where I don't do that. You know what I mean? Now I just go home and rest and do this. You know? So, yeah. How about you? Can you relate?
Yeah, I can relate. I grew up in a single mother home as well. Like I said, went to Robinson, and at an early age, my mom always worked to provide for us.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So, man, I just had to learn how to adapt and make ends meet on my own. Mom didn't always have money, and you know, I was kind of high maintenance. I wanted the Jordans, and I started working at Foot Locker at 15 years old. Worked there and finished line through my high school years. Had a couple other jobs in between. Like I said, ended up out at L3 for 8 years. Yeah. Probably would still be there today if Rock Ready hadn't taken off like it did.
Yeah, for sure. What were you doing at L3? Just curious.
I was a scheduler at the end of my stint. I started out as a parts person.
Oh, okay, got you.
Had no idea about airplanes. Yeah. American Fabricators actually closed down, and L3 bought them out.
Oh, okay,
bought the building out. So they kind of took the employees with them.
Right, so for sure.
Kind of fell in my lap.
Yeah. You're like, I guess this is what we're doing.
Yeah, so I mean, I've always had to learn how to make ends meet. Okay. One way or another.
How old are you, Robert?
36.
Why are you thinking about it? Yeah, that's something that you should know off rip, right? Like, excuse me.
I'm horrible.
I promise you didn't have a shot of this rain cucumber. You sure you don't?
I'm horrible at my age. Like, I told my daughter for years I'm 21. Like,
oh, is that right?
For years she believed it. And now she knows.
I stopped counting after 21 because I want to be young forever. I'm one of those, you know what I mean? And as soon as I'm like, you know, as soon as I see even just one wrinkle, I already have a guy. A shout out to Dr. Nick Ton, who's gonna do my Botox. Yeah, I'm gonna look like fucking Joan Rivers when I'm your age, Rudy. And, you know, I'm just gonna be like this, you know, the whole time like a bird. Yeah. You know, would you guys say that maybe there were some setbacks in life? I mean, you own a successful business now, which we're going to get into in just a minute. But did you ever see yourself maybe 10 years ago when you were, you know, it was about 10 years ago where you were getting rowdy and shit like that and being a complete slut? Or
five years ago?
Oh, 5 years ago.
My son turned 5.
Okay, got you. Yeah. You know, would you say that there were some setbacks, you know, I guess, you know, especially in y'all's situation where, I mean, you know, you becoming a dad, so to speak, so young, and then you growing up in a single mother household. I mean, you know, would you say that there was a lot of setbacks as far as that, like as far as your success in life growing up? I'm sorry.
There's always setbacks. That's what you learn from it. You know, if you don't have setbacks, then
but how do you learn from it? Because there's a lot of people who like to play the victim, and there's a lot of people who like to act like they're a product of their environment. And I just feel like those terms are such a cop out. I mean, would you agree?
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I do.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I do. Yeah. Because like, you know, the country to believe. Where I grew up, it was a little bit rough as well at the time. And you know, my brother, obviously, I've talked about it on the show with the Sanchez's. Shout out to them. You know, that he took a different route in life where he's, you know, somewhere in jail. And, you know, I just was like, well, I don't want to be like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, how much of an excuse do you feel like, how do you feel about that?
I used to use a lot of excuses. And when they say when you get older, you get wiser, and that is true.
Okay.
That is true. I used to blame the government for me being, you know, poor or whatnot.
Oh, really?
And, you know, and then there's people older than me that still blame the government.
Right.
So
why do they blame the government? Am I missing something here?
I'm just saying, why are they on welfare or why they're not?
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, you know, I stopped using excuses and I went and I work. Even though our shop is Monday through Friday, I still work Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
I'm always learning, educating ourselves. When we first started, we worked 10 o'clock at night, midnight.
Oh, wow, really?
I slept on the floor, concrete ground. You know, it's
Did he sleep on the concrete ground on the floor?
We had some long nights up there. For sure.
Did you guys sleep together on the concrete floor? No. I'm sure it got cold. You had to snuggle, right? Yeah. What about you, Robert? What do you feel about those statements that people make? I mean, because I think it's fair to say both of you, you know, could have easily used those excuses in life to be like, oh, you know, well, I grew up without a mom or excuse me, a dad or whatever the case is. So why shouldn't I be this way? Everybody else
definitely. I think you just have to be a go-getter in life.
Yeah.
If you want more, you got to go get it.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's gonna take care of you but you.
What was there a point in y'all's life where you kind of just like it clicked? You know what I mean? Because I feel like in the beginning I was kind of like that as well. Like I was a very emotional, like, you know, person, and you know, I kind of just woke up when it was like, okay, nobody really cares. So just now it's time to start doing you. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, would you say that there was a turning point? I mean, you said your son. What about for you?
I mean, I still deal with demons and things in life today. I mean, I'm a human being.
I think everybody does. I think it's fair to say. Yeah.
I've gotten a little wiser, and I'm starting to see what I'm dealing with.
Yeah,
Does that
for
make
sure.
sense?
Yeah.
So I'm handling those things in a different manner.
Okay.
I still have some oopsies, and hey, but more or less what it comes down to, oh man, just some outbursts I shouldn't have.
Oh, okay, got you. Oh no, I get those all the time, but I'm not apologetic for those. Fuck that. I meant that shit. That was building up. Okay. Yeah.
Feel the same way.
So I'm not sorry, but anyway.
Like we have a successful business, and
yeah.
you know, so you start thinking about those things too. I had to start thinking, man, if I get in trouble, then it's going to directly go at the business, and then Rudy, everybody knows that we work together and we're business partners.
Right.
It's going to directly affect him too.
Okay, got you.
So
that's like your image.
You have to keep that image, you know. And I'm learning. I like I said, I'm gonna be the first one to admit my mistakes. And let you know that I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
You know? But you have to just be a go-getter.
Yeah, no, I completely get it, you guys, for sure. You know, okay, so, you know, speaking on image and stuff, I want to talk about Rock Ready. So obviously it's a very successful business. I think a lot of people, a lot of small businesses in town use you guys for their printing and stuff like that, right? And I was, of course, referred to you by Sid Rodriguez, the Elite Barbershop. Was that?
Barber.
Yeah, he's your barber too?
Yeah.
Is he great?
Oh, he's awesome.
Shout out to Sid. I love him. Let's start. Why don't we talk about starting Rock Ready, okay? So you mentioned that you were printing 15 years ago. Is that correct? And you were not printing. You were doing parts and trailers. Okay. So so would it be fair to say that you were kind of like the initializer of Rock Ready printing? Okay. Can we talk about the journey behind that?
Yeah. Like I said, it started at home. I worked at home for almost 10 years. I had an employer too. And, you know, a lot of people said, yeah, you're not going to be successful working at home, but I was. I had big companies coming to my house, and you know.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it was no problem.
Yeah.
So. So yeah, he throws me off track.
Yeah, that's okay. Sorry. I just imagine big companies coming in, and then he's like, no clothes on, answering the door. Like that's what
they would come I imagine. They literally come in my living room.
Yeah, and you're like, I guess let me go put some clothes on real quick. Unless you want to keep my clothes off, which I would totally do, by the way. Yeah,
we're good. We're
good. Okay, no, I'm sorry, not with you. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Okay, so you were saying.
So see, and then he threw me all off. No, but again,
you were doing printing. When you talk about working at home, you were printing. So were you printing like shirts for people? Okay, like
shirts, signs, and banners. I could do simple car graphics and stuff like that.
Okay, and so what was it that like I guess took that off? Did somebody just see like this shirt and say, oh, you know, hey, I want one too? You know what I mean?
Yeah, word of mouth.
Okay, got you.
Word of mouth, then Facebook. I'm old. When I first started, Facebook was just starting.
Yeah.
YouTube was just starting, so I was learning by myself.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
So yeah, word of mouth.
I would definitely say 15 years ago we didn't have the advantages of social media. Like that's when it just started. You know what I mean? Yeah. So so you basically started. When did you get involved? I mean, how did you guys end up meeting?
I had my second failed business.
Okay.
We met. I mean, I bought shirts from him from his house.
Okay, got you.
That's right.
And stuff.
That's right.
And then his one of his business. I was there frequently for softball uniforms and stuff like that. And that's when we started talking about you know, like joining and making one big team.
Okay, kind of capitalizing off of it, would you say? Yeah. You know, can we talk about some of your failed businesses? Because I think it's important for people. You know, there's a lot of people in town that I feel like are becoming entrepreneurs and, you know, like starting small businesses and stuff. Can we talk about some of your failed businesses?
Yeah.
And what were they? And like I said, you don't have to name names if you don't want to.
Well, they were all print shops. It was pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
But different business partners and you know, one accused me of stealing from my own. Actually, I think they both accused me of stealing from my own business. And
how do you steal from your own business? I'm curious.
I mean, it is possible.
But no, like, what were the allegations? Did you steal your own $20 or like?
I was taking money out of the account and buying my own thing, which you have proof if that's happening. It was just cop outs. They were spreading rumors through the city, and you know, I didn't play into it. I didn't even care.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just separated, and one of them was a pretty well-known businessman here. And
does he still live here?
They both do. I think one is in prison, and the other one, he lost everything. So,
oh, wow, really?
Yeah. In
that's
the end,
so sad.
in the end, I'm still kicking.
But if he needs a job, are you going to hire him?
No.
Okay. Do you know him? Do you know them?
I know both of them.
Okay. So what makes Robert a different type of business person then?
He's a go-getter. He's
Okay.
a go-getter, and we argue. Don't get that wrong.
No, yeah, for sure.
But we can give us 15 minutes. We're back at, hey, we got to get this done.
Okay.
We have that common mind, and he's good with numbers.
Yeah.
And it just our chemistry. Set it off. So that's what took us to the next level.
Right.
When we started, people told us we wanted to make it a year.
Right.
We're 6 years deep now.
Okay.
So
that's what's
I
up.
tell everybody it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do. And
Well, it's easy for people to kind of just be like, oh no, this isn't gonna work out, whatever the case is, right? Like nobody wants to see you really win.
right. Like what Rudy said, the chemistry. Like you said, we argue. I mean, we've had some knockout, drawn out.
Yeah. Have you ever punched him in the face?
No, we don't get that far. Erasing the voice.
Have you ever wanted to punch him in his face?
Probably.
Not just
But I think if you don't go through that as a business, the passion's not there. All that comes from is passion.
Okay.
And wanting to succeed. You know? Like I want to see him succeed just as much as he wants to see me succeed. And obviously the business succeed.
Right.
So if we're not pushing each other to our limits and our full potential, then what are we doing?
What would you guys say are the sources of some of your arguments, though? Like, I mean, does it money and stuff like that?
No, it's never been about. It's never been about money. It's always been how we're gonna do something, how we're gonna make this customer happy, how we're gonna do this job.
Yeah.
It's never been anything from the outside.
Okay.
It's if something went wrong, how do we fix it? That's what it's.
Right.
That's what it's been.
And it's tough, man. I mean, hell, we started this with nothing. Like $5,000 was a loan I got to get us going.
Yeah.
This was a time when he had. His business thing had failed and he lost all of his equipment.
Damn.
So we had to figure out how do we get equipment to start? Like,
right.
He already had equipment, but that one.
Would it be safe to say now that you got your $5,000 back?
Oh, I was definitely saying we're getting there. We got a long ways to go. We're not the top dog in Waco, man. We're trying to get there.
Okay, well, I think it's fair to say too, like a lot of people don't realize that, and I want to talk about the small business person or aspiring business person starting an endeavor or anything. Like a lot of people don't realize you have to take a lot of losses and you have to make a lot of sacrifices, and I just feel like a lot of people have become very lazy when it comes to things like that. Would you agree?
Yes.
How would you respond to that?
Well, a lot of people ask me, "What's the first thing, or should I start a business?" I always tell them no. I said, don't do it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have late nights. You're gonna have to be motivated.
Do you tell that to everybody? Do you tell that to the person that you think is not going to be as dedicated?
I tell it to everybody.
Okay.
And I tell them my sacrifices. A well-known businessman here in Waco told me a long time ago. He said, and it's sad to say, but when you're first starting, you're gonna have to put your family last. And I didn't know what he meant at the time.
Yeah.
I do. Sometimes you're gonna have to miss them kids playing baseball or whatever, and just till you get to that stepping stone that allows you to go to your kids' games and do the other things.
Yeah.
So, it's a tough road.
And not sleeping with your wife, I bet that sucks. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I don't have a lot of time for myself these days, guys. It really sucks.
It's a lot of time. It's still sacrifice for us.
Yeah.
And it's gotten better now that we're 6 years into it, but man, the first few years were rough.
Is that right? Yeah. Well, how would you say they affected you?
Because
you had never been a business owner prior to this, right?
No,
so what was going through your mind when you decided to make that decision?
I really didn't know what I was stepping into.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I thought it would be easy, and but I sacrificed a lot. I had, just like you said, sacrificed my time with my family.
Yeah.
My wife, kind of got put on the back burner. And all those things I didn't realize that were gonna happen. I thought it'd just be easy. We'll just click and go.
Yeah.
So hindsight 2020, I feel bad about that. I really wasn't expecting that to be the case. There was never an intention to put anyone in my family behind. Second, to the business. But,
Right.
It's a tough road to be an entrepreneur.
Well, and especially starting a small business in Waco. I mean, at the time, I'm sure 6 years ago, that was a pretty scary thing to think about, right? And I mean, your location, would you agree that it's not a very convenient location and it had,
Right now?
Yeah.
No, actually, it's almost centrally located.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying.
Our first location was horrible.
Was it horrible? Okay,
It's right here down the road.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yes, because
that sounded so terrible. I'm sorry. They're not an inconvenient location. You guys are located in Woodway. Okay.
Yeah. Well, off of 84.
Yeah, off of Highway 84. Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody can get to us.
Right behind the camp, please.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. That was really terrible.
No, you're good.
I want to talk about some of the mistakes that the small business owner makes. What would you say some of the mistakes that people who may not know what they're getting themselves into make?
Always got to put your customer, first.
Okay.
We make mistakes till this day.
Yeah.
I make mistakes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you forget to call customers, or you send out something sloppy that you just didn't go back. You didn't have time to go look at.
Yeah.
Pay attention. You got to pay attention to details.
Yeah.
Always. And if you make a mistake, customers, they really look up to you when you go back and fix it in a timely manner. So.
Yeah, I got you. Would you say the same thing?
Yeah, same thing. And then, what we've learned is not biting off more than you can chew.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
There for a while, when we first started, you're trying to scrape up everything you can get.
Yeah.
And trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Stick with what you're good at and build on that.
I really just feel like a lot of people in town these days, from what I know, so since I started this podcast, I was talking to you earlier on the phone, right? And I kind of taken a seat back to kind of just watch how people interact with each other, because I was never really into the local scene or anything. I've always just been about me, but since I got local sponsors and stuff, now I kind of try to be more active with the local businesses and stuff. And a lot of people spend a lot of their time fighting on social media. You know what I mean? How does Rock Ready stay above the fray when it comes to stuff like that? Have you ever caught yourself in a scuffle with another business?
Not really. There has been businesses talk about us.
Okay.
Just today, I saw somebody arguing about one of your sponsors, and I had to kind of defend him.
One of my sponsors?
Yes.
Oh my God! Please don't say it. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say it.
I didn't see. Go ahead.
But I was defending him.
Oh, okay, cool.
Your sponsor.
Yeah, thank
you. We make mistakes. So
yeah.
One time I got in an argument when we first started, and he got on to me, and I had to sit back, shut my mouth.
Yeah.
Because people will look at you and it spreads. Facebook, it spreads.
Yeah, no, it does. But that's what I'm saying. I think that's the mistake a lot of people make. Like, you can't just be out there trigger fingers. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like it really affects you as a person building a brand. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that.
Yep.
So when you're fighting about one of my sponsors or whatever, and you're a local business owner, how does that make you? I don't want to do business with you. Not just because it's about one of my personal sponsors, but it's because you're argumentative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so when you don't do a job the way I like it, and I ask you to fix it, are you going to argue with me over it?
There you go.
Do you know what I mean?
I've had a bad habit of that. And Rudy's.
You be fighting people on social media?
Not defaming. I try to stay off of social media when it comes to arguments.
Okay.
I've been caught in a couple of them, and taken the wrong way. And that's the bad thing about social media and writing things on social media.
Yeah.
People that don't know you are going to take things very differently than how you wrote it out.
Well, I have to tell you guys, since I started the public affair, I don't entertain no negativity. A lot of my comment sections on my actual YouTube page, there's a lot of disgusting things that people say. I've had people tell me your show is dying, you're not going to be shit in a year, or you're not going to be shit in the next 2 episodes. Everybody's forgetting about it. I've had some of the most horrid things said about me, and I just think it's so terrible that people even spend their time and these are. Yeah, local people. Do you know what I mean? People with local endeavors. I'm not
even thinking about social media too. That's why our kids are the way they are. So many things can be said negatively on social media that if you pay attention to it, it really can put you in a dark place.
Yeah, no, and it really does. And that's what I really wanted to tell Rudy, because I've seen Rudy pop off. No, I'm kidding. I kind of want to ask you a question. Not to put your business out there. Okay. Yeah, Rudy, I wanted to ask you guys this because, so I'm all for supporting locals now, because now I have a podcast that's, sponsored by local businesses. And so I definitely want to, be supportive any way that I can. It's whatever, even a share is simple. Okay. You guys make money in your business. Okay. Obviously, because the business. So I know that there was this little scandal going on not too long ago. I'm so not familiar, because when I tell you guys I'm like this on the public affair, like that's like this. Because somebody even called me and said, hey, you should have this person on your show to talk about that particular scandal. I think it was with a car business, the owner and something in a parade. And so do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know the person's name. I don't remember the car business. I remember somebody calling me and saying, hey, you should talk about this on your show. I was like, not interested. But I saw you put a statement out on social media that says that you weren't going to do business with that person anymore. At what point is it where when money's involved? Like, when do you like say it's not even worth making money from that particular person?
It's never about money.
Okay.
We have been to a point where we what I call them firing customers.
Okay.
I've fired.
Oh, really?
Yes, I fired customers before. It all just depends on the situation.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm not going to put up with people bashing with people or just straight out racism and all that. There comes a point where you got to. You got to put your foot down.
Okay. So do you guys make those decisions collectively, or do you just kind of do it and you're like, well, I guess we're not doing business?
It's generally a collective decision. He'll say, and we always talk about any decision that really.
Well, I like to try and play devil because like I'm not really familiar about the situation. Like I don't watch the news or shit like that, and I don't really entertain what were you saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, and I think the one you were talking about, I don't know necessarily said I wasn't going to do business with.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I wish I could have freaking took a screenshot. I knew I should have before I got, but it was something like that person's logo miraculously got deleted from our files. It was something like that.
Something that happened recently.
It was something that happened recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't say we wouldn't do business with them. It was more because of the what we did. It was causing attention to everybody.
Okay.
I know the person. Mm-hmm. He knows the person.
You know the person that was involved in the scandal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't a scandal. It was.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to make it juicy. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't a scandal, but it was a very controversial thing. Okay. So this is what happened. There was a business owner who went. It was during was it the Baylor Parade? Was that what it was? Yes. And he said something about taking somebody out the hood. I don't know the full details of the story. I just remember everybody being up in arms and people calling the shit out of me. And I was like, everybody, I'm not the fucking news. I'm the public affair. I'm just trying to sleep with everybody. I don't know what you're doing.
He was just the GM. He didn't own anything.
Okay, he didn't own anything.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
We've done business with them.
That was a little shade, wasn't it?
He's a well-known GM. He's
I think
highly regarded here.
Oh, okay, got you. I don't know him.
And I'll probably catch flack because I'm not really defending him. He shouldn't have said what he should have said. What he said.
Yeah.
But it was one of them things. He was just he's a redneck. You know, they spat off certain things.
Yes.
What he said, it shocked me when I saw it.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
before we try and get sued, please. Allegedly, this is what happened. I can't afford a lawyer right now. Okay? I don't know if David Santabanos and Frank want to pay a lawyer for me. Yeah. So no, but so with something like that, I mean, were you guys friends? Were you like? I mean, you've done business with each other.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're not friends. He had known somebody through church or whatever that sent them our way. But we have done business for him on other things, not him directly,
right.
But
for the company.
Yes.
Because I don't think that it's fair that one situation speaks for the whole the whole company. You know, that person's a representation of their individual self. So why should that affect the entire business? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So today, do you still do raps for them and stuff like that?
We done something recently a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Because here's the thing, guys. People will probably think I'm a sellout. Many's. Yeah. like I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't care how you act. If you're paying me to do a service, I'm gonna do it for you. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that I'm a representation of you. Yeah. That doesn't mean that I'm a representation of your beliefs. That just means that you gave me $5,000 to do something, and if it was to flick my twat on the internet, then it's to flick my twat on the internet. You know what I mean? There's nothing I wouldn't do for $5,000. Let's just be. Everybody acts like they're not about that life, but I am. Okay. Shout out to my girl Isabel Garcia living her fucking best life. All right? I want to be like her so bad. But at what point, like, what about you, Robert? At what point do you say, hey, you know what, we're not going to do business? Because like I said, money's money. Do you disagree with that statement, or is there just like a line to draw?
There's always a line to draw. Like I said, money is money, but like you said, there's certain things, like if people say things that are very controversial, or if you have a customer that always seems to be something wrong,
right?
Or it's always something with their order.
Yeah.
It's like at some point you just have to say, hey, look,
this is it.
It's better that you go elsewhere and find somebody else to do.
And I have to say too, because I kind of want to get into this with you guys a little bit. A lot of the reason why, like, I don't delete any of the negative comments on my YouTube or on, I don't get it too much on Facebook, but on YouTube, it's disgusting. And so, like, it's terrible. And so when I get I leave them there because I just feel like everybody's entitled to their opinion. Yeah. And if you felt the need to waste your time in typing this long ass paragraph about how much you hated the person on my show or how my show was going to die, I feel like that's just you. You know what I mean? You have the right to that opinion. But I'm not going to stop doing something if somebody pays me to do it. Does that make me a sellout? Right. Am I a sellout? No. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Like, you know, like I'm just gonna, if you're going to pay me, it depends how much of a chunk of change you're talking. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm doing this with my fingers on purpose because I just feel like that's just me. I don't know. Yeah. I'm sorry. You know what about you? Is there a line to cross with you? And if it's blatant racism, I will like delete that shit. You know what I mean? Or like something really like, you know, I'm gonna kill your kids. Like, okay, no. Like, I'm not trying to.
I'm open. I can take jokes. Okay. There hadn't been really nobody that's really has just pissed me off. Mm-hmm. We got customers got mad. I've gotten arguments with, but they're still our customers.
Yeah.
You know. There's not really.
But that's just human nature, isn't it? Like, I mean, you're going to argue with people and things are going to whatever. But I just feel like as business owners or people with endeavors such as myself and you guys, like our image is really just like captured by everything that we do. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And people are watching us no matter if we don't want them watching us or not, which is why I mind my fucking tongue on social media. You know, I don't fight with nobody on social media. I don't even message you. You know, like we were talking about that one person on our break. Yeah, fuck him. And so it's just, I'm sorry, like you're so rude. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you watch this, fuck you. You know, so I don't know. You know, I want to talk more about, you know, building the business or whatever. Do you feel like a lot of people have become lazy when it comes to supporting their own business? Like, do they depend on other people to grow their business for them?
Well, for us, we depend on our employees.
Okay.
When we first started out, you know, you have them rough ones, and you know, we kind of like it's like putting a football team together. You gotta find your starters, and we found them. We have, I think, 11 or 12 of us there right now. And
okay.
Yeah, they're all great employees.
Yeah.
We do have our rough times, and we do, you know, have to put our foot down and whatnot. And we joke a lot and whatnot. But man, these guys, they'll bend over backwards for us. So.
Is that right?
Yeah. Backwards, not forward.
I was gonna say, damn. I think. Hey, do you need something from Rock Ready? I think we need more sign. We do. We need another sign. Yeah. You know? How about for you, Robert?
Yeah. I mean, we depend on word of mouth and social media. That's our biggest keys to building our business. Yes. We've done a lot more advertising here lately. I mean, we're on TV, radio stations, but our biggest is word of mouth and social media.
I think I worded the question wrong. So when I talk about people depending on, like, yes, we depend on our customers. I depend on my viewers, my sponsors, you know, Mike, everything. I'm talking like, if you're not going to take the time to promote your own business, I'm not going to take the time to promote it for you. Gotcha. Unless you're paying me.
Yeah.
Sponsors. You see what I'm saying? Which I think all my sponsors are really good about. Yeah, they are. They're all really good. They post their shit every day. Yeah. I mean, that's what I like about them. You know, all of them post their shit every day, everything that they do. And they're true hustlers. That's why I made that little shade the other when I was doing Frank's ad. They're all true hustlers. But I feel like there's a lot of people in town. I see a lot of people on social media really be like, you know, fuck this town. They don't support me, this and that. But yo, I haven't seen you post nothing that you do.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even take the time to be passionate about your own thing. So why do we have to do? You know, do you see what I'm saying?
See, he does all the Instagram, the Facebook, a majority of it.
Okay.
And I do a little bit of it. And yes, you do need to, we promote a lot of your sponsors are our customers.
That's so great.
Yeah. Everyone you're naming, we're like, yeah, customers.
Yeah, shit, them. Oh, we got to get them. Yeah. Don't you love Juan Arjon?
Yeah.
Isn't he a firecracker? I love him. I've been trying to get him on the show.
You need to.
I do, yeah. Nobody believes me. I'm like, yeah. It's so funny. Every time I go collect my sponsor from him, you know, he's having carne asada. You know, there just happens to be a carne asada going on. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's like, no, Friday. You know, yeah. He's a true partier. No, but no. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Like, because I feel like there's a lot of people who, you know, try to start their own business endeavor, but they're not as passionate, and they expect us to be passionate for them. There's a lot of hard work that goes into building something.
Right.
Even starting like this listen, I'm no fucking Beyonce over here. Nothing, you know what I mean? But even starting this podcast, like I'm grateful of how successful it's been. And, you know, I've got over 10, 11, 12 sponsors, you know what I mean?
But you promoted the hell out of it.
Every time I post, what is it? The public affair.
Yes.
Okay. Like that's it. And I feel like a lot of people, and then they get I just see a lot of people on social media get mad at us as a community. Like, my business failed because y'all didn't support me.
No.
I feel like that's a cop-out. Would you agree?
Yeah. We have customers who've blamed us because,
oh, really?
Yeah, well, y'all didn't do this right, so we're not getting business. And no, it's...
What did you do wrong when making their sign that they didn't get?
That was one of them.
You know?
One of them, he had like 100 words on his little bitty sign.
Okay.
You got to get to the point. What do you do?
Yeah, no, yeah,
You know?
that's, yeah.
You got to get to
It's
the
short
point.
and sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stuff like that. But, you know, like, again, like you, every Monday morning, I'm here on my desk like this with my phone.
Watching your podcast.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. You know, I never know who like watches. You know what I mean? But the numbers are great. I just I love running into people. Anyway, I'm big-headed here. Okay. You know what? Can I ask you guys a question? What was your first thought when you printed out this sign right here?
What the hell am I doing?
What the hell are we doing?
Where you're like, who the fuck is he?
What shit is this?
You know what I mean? Did it set the tone for my podcast? Because a lot of people told me they were attracted to this podcast because of my pose here. Shout out to my girl Lindsay Washman with Stage Photography. She's the one who did this. Yeah,
That's
good.
another
What
one
you
of our
doing?
customers.
Now, it got you a lot of customers.
I said she's another one of our customers.
Oh, is she really? Oh, okay, I thought you said it got you because I was. Well, now that I've lost weight because I was 50 pounds heavier in this picture, but now I need to do another one.
You need another one.
And so, just I know we're getting off track over here, but you guys tell me this. I've been trying to plan another photo session, okay? Because I want to do a new cover photo for the public affair, and I want to have hot girls and guys in the background having an affair. Do you know what I mean? Do you think that's too much? Would you print that for me?
Yeah, that'd be.
Because I'm giving you money, right?
Yeah.
No, we'll sponsor it.
Especially if there's, I got some hot bitches lined up too, big asses. But you know what's so cute? I've been reaching out to guys, you know, like saying, hey, this is how I want the attire to be, and they're like, no, fuck you. You know what I mean? But I think I need to sell it with, but there's gonna be girls there. You know You'll be working with girls, not just me. I don't know. I just have all these ideas. But anyway, okay, that's besides the point. How do you guys handle negative reviews when it comes to your business?
For one thing, we've only had
a few.
Oh, really?
well posted. We've only had only one, maybe one or two, honestly.
In 6 years?
Yeah.
Damn, lucky.
I mean, people talk behind our back.
Yeah, that's all day. We got
that's
haters.
all day. Yeah,
you got haters. Most of the time, sometimes you just have to step back and then reapproach it, and you know, you got to keep your customer calm. And sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It is what it is. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Unlike you, just you sit back and look at it. Like, everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, we're not perfect. We make mistakes, just like every business in town makes mistakes. And I think I was reading. I think my wife posted it the other day. You'll let McDonald's mess up your order 15 times, but your local entrepreneur business messes up one time, and you will quit messing with them.
Hey, that makes a lot of sense, right?
You know, like we're just like McDonald's. We're gonna make mistakes. You know, approach us, let us know what we did.
Right.
And how we run our business is customer service. I want to help. I want to make you happy. I want you back again. And if you're a brand new business, we want to help you grow, because if you're growing, you're coming back and spending more money.
Yeah, no, for sure. I completely agree with you guys. I will say that there's sometimes that I mean, I've read negative comments as well as in regards to my podcast. And in the beginning, I used to let that shit eat me up. Yeah. And I would be at home like, I'm over, I'm done, I'm ruined. You know what I mean? And then it's like, I just feel like a lot of people don't handle negative criticism well. And the thing is that you're not gonna please everybody with your services. You know what I mean? And things happen, like we run late. You know what I mean? Or, you know, I'm always punctual with the public fair. But you know, like, that's just me. But you know, like when it comes in regards to like my sponsors, you know what I mean? Like that happens, and it just is what it is. You know what I mean? You know, I want to ask you guys: do you guys ever feel like how do you battle against the people that try to, I guess, like tarnish what you built? Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you battle against that person that is trying really hard to just like, you know, maybe the competition? You know what I mean?
I don't. The way I've always said, the only person I'm trying to beat is me from yesterday.
Yeah,
that's the only person I'm trying to beat, and. You know, we just do better. We come out with new stuff. How are we gonna outlast all these other people? And another thing is we have relationships with other print companies. Yeah, we're not gonna dog them. We might need them. Right. But a lot of them need us. So we work with a lot of companies around here as well.
Okay. Would you say the same thing?
I would say the same. Yeah. I mean, you could go around, and a lot of people don't realize there's probably 30, 40 print companies in town. Not big names, but mom and pop shops.
People at home.
Crickets are like. Everybody's doing cricket now.
Okay. Cricket.
So the little
cricket
iron-on things everybody's doing.
What is that?
You know, the letters iron-on. You haven't seen them all over Facebook, people selling shirts. And
it's called cricket?
Yeah, it's called a cricket. It's just like a vinyl cutter, so you can make your own shirts at home.
Oh.
So everybody thinks they're t-shirt printer now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that competition for you? Is Quick? I don't know if that is. Is that competition for you guys?
No.
I really don't think anybody in town is competition for us, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, there's enough business in this town that to go around. And that's why you won't hear us bashing another company or people come to us, well, they messed up my order. Okay, well, I can understand. I mean, we make mistakes too. We're just not getting into that politic game.
No, totally.
Back and forth,
Yeah. Do you guys feel like the community might pit you guys against the competition, so to speak?
No.
Sometimes I feel like a lot of people try to pit me with different podcasts. I'm just gonna say it. Like a lot of because a lot of podcasts is, I'm not saying because of me, but like, you know, like there's been a lot of people coming up with their own shit. And like, you know, I'm not lying, guys. I get a lot of people that say, hey, you think so and so is trying to copy you, or look, so and so started a podcast. Like, let's remember that I did not start podcasts. Okay? Number one. Number two, good for them. Shout out to Chronic Conversations, shout out to Around the Way TV, shout out to the False Nine podcast and all the other podcasts doing their own thing. But when it comes to it, like, I do feel like a lot of people in town try to pit me against them, and like I have to say I don't watch too much of everybody else's podcast because I'm so focused on mine. But I kind of feel like it's a little shitty that some people try to really pit you against the competitor, so to speak. You know,
I've seen some posts, but 9 times out of 10, when somebody says who makes banners, who does car wraps, you'll see our name. We dominate the post, and that's pretty much always.
Yeah, for sure.
Every now and then you get somebody, I don't use them, but you know.
That one guy?
Yeah, that one guy. So.
Do you know what? Can I just say something? I know we said we weren't giving him life. I don't know this person. Okay, I'm just gonna. This was funny. Okay, because I was talking about it the other day. I don't know this person, but they were bashing somebody that was a guest on this show on their post, and they said, so and so who's famous for being on the public affair, like, bro, why you got to get me involved? I don't even know who you are and why you guys are beefing. You know what I mean? They put that. They went, oh, because he was on the public affair, so he's famous now. Like, oh, am I making people famous now? Is that what we're doing? Because they should not fucking sleeping with me, which is the golden beginning. Anyway, you know, what's your final advice to the small business owner coming up, guys?
Work hard. That's the key. Work hard, study. You never stop learning. Right. Never stop learning.
Mm-hmm. What about for you?
Never give up, man. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Keep pushing.
How do you make the money not make you? Do you see what I'm saying? How do you like just stay level-headed?
We got to make it first.
We're not there to.
I mean, we pay our bills. Everything's good. Yeah. My biggest thing was always success. The money will come. Success.
That sounded like you were coming somewhere else. I'm sorry.
No, not
SES. That's what he said, right? Is that what he said? That's what he said? Yeah.
Sounded like it.
Yeah, okay. Stop making Robert uncomfortable, please. Okay. He doesn't want to hear that shit. Yeah, his wife's going to come over here and fuck us up. You know, so what do you guys do when it's not rock ready? I mean, what do you guys do in your personal lives? I mean, obviously you have to make time for yourself, right? Because then you get too consumed, even when it's your own endeavor, even when it's your own business, you can you can overwork yourself. You know, there's been times where I've had to turn my phone off and just sit in my bed naked as fuck and just like, you know what I mean? So like, you know, what do you guys do outside of Rock Ready?
Well, I travel.
Okay.
You know, I travel with my little brother or family. We travel all over the world. I've got a 5-year-old.
Okay, Robert stays everywhere.
Yeah.
Stay home.
Yeah, he just got back from Vegas.
Okay, I love Robert, but Jesus Christ. Yeah. Every time I turn around, you somewhere.
It's always traveling.
Always.
Because he does it cheap. That's why I tag along. So.
I don't care to travel that much. I'm going to New York or I'm coming back. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's where I'm from. Anyway.
So, yeah, then I have a 5-year-old, so he keeps me busy.
Okay,
and then
you have one son, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Then I have other ventures, business ventures that I'm learning, and hopefully one day I can... do them. So,
okay. That's what's up. What about you, Robert?
Oh man, if I'm not at work, I'm relaxing.
Yeah, right. By your pool?
Not by a pool. I'm not that rich. I got a kiddie pool for my dogs.
Yeah, I feel you.
You can come swim in that.
Do you? Let me ask you. I meant to ask you guys this earlier. Do you feel like this might be a little controversial, so forgive me. But do you feel like that we are obligated to support the local business owner just because it's Waco? Like, if you don't like something, are you obligated to support it?
I don't think you're obligated, but I always try to keep it in the community. Spend here instead of this online thing. Everybody buys everything online, so I'd rather put it in people's pockets here.
Okay. You feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel exactly the same. I'd rather spend local.
Right.
We get lazy and it's easy to click a button and order on Amazon, but I mean, if as long as I don't have a problem with the place of business,
right.
I'm going to help support them. I mean, Wayne, he's a good customer of
I love
ours.
Wayne. Yeah.
Shout out to Wayne. He works hard on his designs, and most of the designs that he put out there is him. He's done them.
Right.
It's not us helping him with it. So we'll promote. Like I said, we're going to promote your business and our business as much as possible.
Right.
Like I said, if you're succeeding, we're succeeding.
Right.
For sure. So.
Well, and I kind of just feel like too, because I've seen on social media a lot of people put like they complain that the community doesn't support them, and I think that just goes hand in hand. Like if you're not supporting yourself and you're not passionate about what you do, why should we have to do it? And if I just don't like something, I just don't like it. Do you know what I mean? Like I love Wayne. I love like I bought this shirt because I really like it. My boy Jay Carbajal, CRB, who I love. He designs all my shirts that I've had 2 brands out so far, but like he's such a great artist. I love him. You know what I mean? But like if somebody's like popping in town or doing something great, if I'm not into it, does that make me a hater?
No.
Like that, do you know what I mean? Like, have you guys ever experienced something like that? Or
I don't think we have, but
Okay.
I'm with you. If there's a barbecue place I don't like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with
like,
what I know.
yeah,
what I like.
I like Rudy's.
No.
Shout out to my big boy smokehouse.
Rudy's is a barbecue place, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry. What's next for you guys? Other endeavors?
Man, we're trying to make this Rock Ready jump before
Okay.
I know we both kind of talked about it one time. We want to kind of semi-retire and do other things.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to expand, and we want to do it real soon.
Right.
And we're looking to build on in the back and move up to other things. It's just it's like I said, it's time and effort.
Right. And I have to say too, can I just put this out there real quick? I feel like you guys are very affordable with the prices because, I think about like local businesses, they tend to be a little bit more pricey because, they're local. I completely get that. But I feel like with this sign, it was $20. Like, I was like, I was expecting to spend like $60, $70, and y'all were like 20. I was like, oh shit, I'll take 5. You know what I mean?
That was kind of a get Andrew started thing.
Oh, was it really? Oh, sorry.
but I'm gonna still take care of you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah,
honestly, do because I didn't have shit when I started. You know what I mean?
I remember.
Thank you for that. Okay.
We're still more affordable, so it wouldn't be much more. So,
No. Listen, whatever you got to charge me now because I just want to support you guys. I think you guys. I've seen your work. You guys do really great things. You guys have a very successful business. I'm very proud of you guys at Rock Ready Printing and Designs. That's the name, LLC. Yes. And LLC. Best of luck to you guys, honestly. And then, I'm really happy that you got to come on the show because, like I said, I have this different perception of him on social media, like arrogant. How do you think you're what's the word? Misunderstood?
Yes, unless you know me.
Okay.
But
because I've said, oh God, that guy's such an asshole. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, what a cocky little motherfucker. You know what I mean?
That's why you just walk in front of my house and.
Well, back before I started going to Stoka, I would go take walks and runs, and but it's refreshing because I'm not gonna lie, I had that perception of you just based off of social media, but I had to say the same thing about your brother too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But then when I meet you guys in person, so you're like, oh, they're really nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're fun. We like to have fun. So.
Okay, so you are understood. And you just don't even post, do you? Like, unless it's about Rock Ready Printing and Designs.
Yeah, pretty much. I try to stay off of it because I can be very misunderstood. So I try to stay away from it.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you guys follow me on social media, what you see is what you get. I am a dirty slut. Yes, I am. Okay, but I always promote safe sex. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming on to the Public Affair. I really appreciate it. 57 episodes. And thank you guys again for my gorgeous sign. We're going to work on another one. I got my girl, Lindsay. I'm just brainstorming right now. Lindsay, if you watch this episode, I am going to get with you. And I reached out to several people, models, to come on the show. I just need some hot guys. That's all I need. So if you're also just like casting call, if you're a hot guy and you want to be a part of my photo shoot, just slide in my DMs on Instagram at SoyAndrewG. I promise I won't flirt with you. It's all business. Or at the Public Affair on Instagram. Where can we find Rock Ready Printing and Designs, guys?
We're on Facebook, Rock Ready Printing and Designs, and on Instagram on Rock Ready Printing and Designs.
Okay. And where's the store actually located? Can we shout out the address?
Yes, 219 Depot Drive.
Okay. And what can we hit you up for? So for people watching this episode,
signs, banners. We do car wraps, T-shirts, apparel, embroidery.
You do car wraps?
You haven't been following my Facebook.
Yes, I have, Rudy. Like I said, no. It just you do car wraps.
Yes.
Can you wrap my car?
Yes.
With a public fair?
Yeah.
How about with this picture?
Yeah.
Yep. We're in.
Do whatever.
Well, let's talk about this after this. Okay. Well, thank you guys again for coming onto the show. I really appreciate it. Best of luck to Rock Ready Design.
Hey, one last thing. We do have a back to school event coming up. It's August 14th from 2 to 6.
Okay.
We'll be posting details this week about that. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, good I think I have one too. Are we going to the same thing?
And for 94.5 The Beat, we're the main sponsor.
Okay. Oh, good for you. Yeah, no, mine's not with 94.5 The Beat, but congratulations, because mine's on August 14th too. Yeah, and I'll be more details coming out soon. Anyway, no, but that's great that we all get to give back, right? Isn't it a great feeling? Yes. I do. So shout out to everybody who's involved with their back to school events. And I don't like kids, but I'm gonna do it anyway. My new thing is for the kids. Even though kitchen. Anyway, thank you guys again for watching episode 57 of The Public Affair. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share this episode. Make sure you guys follow Rock Ready Printing and Designs, Rudy, Cantu, and Robert Stanford. Thank you so much for coming and being a part of episode 57 of The Public Affair. Before we go, I definitely want to give a shout out to a few more of our sponsors of The Public Affair. Of course, to Fat Boy Michelada and Botana with my boy Junior Banda. He provides the best micheladas and botana plates for yourself or for our party, and he's also got an array of different items, including botana bowls and like mango drinks with alcohol in them, so you can get all lit. And they're so delicious, and I love me some fat. They're like my vice, you know what I mean? Like, I'm on a diet, but damn it, they're so good. So make sure you guys follow them on Facebook at Fat Boy Michelada y Botana. They're locally operated. Make sure you get the best and not the rest, darling. Thank you so much to Junior Banda for sponsoring this episode. And of course, the Soco Soccer Academy with my boy Dominic Gutierrez and my girl Ariana Gutierrez. They're located on Franklin Drive. They offer they offer team, small group, and individual skill training. They're also doing signups right now for the after school program that they provide for the school year, after school soccer program. So if you guys need something for your kids to do after school while you're still at work, make sure you follow them on social media at Soco Soccer Academy for more details. They also have open play on Friday nights and specialize in soccer training and fitness training with Dominic Gutierrez and Isaac and London Carrillo. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Thank you guys again for all your love and support. The community has been so good to me, and I really appreciate it. You guys are all the best. Again, big shout out to you guys for coming on to episode 57. Did you guys have a good time?
Oh, yes. Sir.
I didn't make you guys feel uncomfortable, did I?
No, I'm good.
How about you, Rudy? You good? Don't be coming to my house, okay? And don't forget, darling, to always keep it between us. That's it.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.
Are you a podcaster? Let's talk podcast hosting. Are you tired of your current podcast host? Need real support in a community that gets it? At Rogue Media Network, we offer top-tier podcast hosting services to help you thrive. From hosting and distribution to dedicated support, we've got you covered. Starting as low as $25 a month. Join our community of passionate podcasters today. Contact us at hello@roguemedianetwork.com.